King David grew old, and the years took their toll. He couldn't get warm, even when they covered him with bedclothes. His servants said to him, "Let us try to find a young virgin for my lord the king. She can wait on the king and be a companion for him, and she can lie next to you so that my lord the king will get some heat." After looking through all of Israel's territory for a beautiful girl, they found Abishag, the Shunammite, and brought her to the king. The girl was very beautiful and became a companion for the king. She took care of him, but the king did not have sexual relations with her. Adoniah, the son of Haggith, was beginning to claim that he would be king. To this end, he organized chariots and horsemen with 50 men to run ahead of him. His father had never in his life confronted him by asking, "Why are you behaving this way?" Moreover, he was very handsome. He was born next after Avshalom. He conferred with Yoav, the son of Zeruiah, Eviatar, and the Cohen. They both supported Adoniah, but Zadok the Cohen, Benaiah, and the son of Jehoiada, Natan the prophet, and Shimei, David's elite guard, were not on Adoniah's side. One day, Adoniah killed sheep, oxen, and fattened calves at the stone of Zochelet by Ein Rogel. He summoned all his brothers, the king's sons, and the men of Yehuda, the king's servants. But he did not summon Nathan the prophet, Benaiah, and the elite guard, or Shlomo his brother. Nathan went to Bathsheba, the mother of Shlomo, and said, "Haven't you heard that Adoniah, the son of Haggith, has become king without the knowledge of David our Lord? Now come, please let me give you advice, so that you can save both your own life and that of our son Shlomo. Go get in to see King David and say to him, 'My lord king, didn't you swear to your servant, your son Shlomo will be king after me? He will sit on my throne. So why is Adoniah king? Right then, while you are still talking with the king, I will also come in after you and confirm that what you are saying.'" Bathsheba went in to the king in his room. The king was very old. Abishag the Shunammite was in attendance on the king. Bathsheba bowed, prostrating herself to the king. The king asked, "What do you want?" She answered him, "My lord, you swore by Adonai your God to your servant, your son Shlomo will be king after me. He will sit on my throne. But now here is Adoniah ruling as king, and you, my lord, the king, don't know anything about it. He has killed oxen, fattened calves, and sheep in great numbers. He has summoned all the sons of the king, Eviatar the Cohen, and Yoav, the commander of the army, but he didn't summon Shlomo, your servant. As for you, my lord the king, all Israel is watching you. They are waiting for you to tell them who is to sit on the throne of my lord the king after him. If you don't, then when my lord the king sleeps with his ancestors, I and my son Shlomo will be considered criminals." Right then, while she was still talking with the king, Nathan the prophet entered. They told the king, "Nathan the prophet is here." After coming into the king's presence, he prostrated himself before the king with his face to the ground. Nathan said, "My lord king, did you say Adoniah is to be king after me? He will sit on my throne? For he has gone down today and killed oxen, fattened calves, and sheep in great numbers, and he has summoned all the king's sons, the commanders of the army, and Eviatar the Cohen. Right now they are eating and drinking in his presence and proclaiming, 'Long live King Adoniah.' But he didn't summon me, your servant, or Zadok the Cohen, or Benaiah, or son of Jehoiada, or your servant Shlomo. Is this authorized by my lord the king without your having told your servant who would sit on the throne of my lord the king after him?" King David answered by saying, Summon Bathsheba to me. She entered the king's presence and stood before the king. Then the king swore an oath, As Adonai lives, he has delivered me from all adversity. As I swore to you by Adonai, the God of Israel, your son Shlomo will be king after me. He will sit on my throne in my place, so will I do today. Bathsheba bowed with her face to the ground, prostrating herself to the king, and said, Let my lord King David live forever.